Hey folks, good evening. How are you all doing? I'm so sorry. I have to apologize right up front because I was so excited. I was gonna give you the video today. I actually did go out to the place, to the spot that I really wanted to go, and I told you it was a surprise. It was like the place is called Mawa Ghat, Ferry Ghat. So basically, it's a just kind of far from the city. It was about all in all, it was 5 to 6 hours drive on and off from city and back to the city. Quite far place. Supposed to be a very nice place. Really, really. I thought I would see there's a bridge that's going on construction. It's called Padma River Bridge. So I thought I'd get a view of that, and I take a boat, go to the middle of the river, and then show you the fragrance, and I'd do like sort of review and show the surrounding. So I did end up like going there, but the thing is I couldn't find the place. The nice place was closed, so the army closed the place because some sort of construction is going on. All right, so it was a nice trip, and I did post some of my videos and of the tour and some of the pictures and sent of the morning. It was very cold this morning. Like I woke up, it was unbelievable. The winter, I thought, just coming back nicely. It was 14 or 13 degrees, right? So I was wearing Fahrenheit. Very nice fragrance for cooler as well as a bit hotter weather. It's one of the most versatile fragrance. Very beautiful fragrance. I went 6 sprays with this. All right, I was wearing my jacket and whatnot, so it was very cold. Then what happened was I ended up going there. As I told you, I couldn't find the spot to do shoot. There was nothing nice to show you, so I was very disappointed. But then I went to find this special hillsha fish. That is our national fish. We find that, like, we ate there and stuff, took pictures, but then after that I came back. So if you guys are interested to see the place, you can check my group, the Good Smellers Bangladesh. So it's this, I posted the pictures and the videos right there. So yeah, so I felt kind of bad for all of you. I'm so sorry, I apologize, but soon enough I'll go again somewhere else, somewhere nice, because before the winter ends, and I'm definitely gonna do that review outdoor shoot. All right, so we're gonna see today two-part videos once again, right? I'm waiting currently for a game at 4 a.m. Right now it's about 2:30 a.m. in Bangladesh in morning, right? And 4 a.m. in New Zealand. Bangladesh is facing New Zealand in a must-win game to keep the series alive. They've lost the first game, cricket. So I'm waiting for the game, and then I have a little bit picked up a little bit flu because the weather was very uh, cold as well as hot on and off. So I had some ice cream and food, cold drinks, water. So yeah, not feeling all that well, but then it was a good trip. So I took some nap. I didn't sleep the night before. I was very excited, and I'm disappointed right now because I couldn't do the review. So the first part of the review, the videos today, the first video is going to be this. As you can see from the topic, it's going to be few fragrance talks. So I'm going to be talking about few points that is very important. Like, this would be to benefit mostly the ones who are entering the game, right? So it's going to be a beginner's video maybe, right? For the rest of you also can watch, no problem. Second part of the video, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I think I thought of something interesting to make it up. Second part of the video, two very popular fragrances gonna go up against each other just for fun comparison video and see who comes up winner. First one's gonna be Savage. As you know, this is the most popular fragrance at this moment of late releases, right? And it goes against another very, very popular fragrance. Ooh, the Clubbing King, right? So you can see the theme's kind of blue, but then they're different in many ways, right? But then I'm gonna show you who can win this battle in my book, right? So wait for the video. It's gonna be a shorter video, but we'll compare these very two popular fragrances in the second video, right? Okay, so let's get into today's topic. So I woke up after the nap, and then I felt like I want to wear something sweet in the winter. I want to wear something that's gonna cheer me up, make me happy. So I pull this out of the box. CK Calvin Klein Reveal for men. Very beautiful, boozy, with that beautiful note of agave, which is very rare. I think only I saw it in Tommy Bahama's Set Sail Send Birds. That's where they use it. But this one fragrance, it's a very long lasting fragrance. And my nose is blocked, but I still can smell it because of that flu. But what a beautiful fragrance. If you haven't got your nose onto this, I think it's now discounted at many, many places. Look into this. CK's Reveal for men. One of the fragrances that's changing the game for Calvin Klein, in my opinion, right? So let's just spray once more because I want to smell the top note again. Mm, yeah. Very, very sharp, very strong, long lasting, potent, projecting, compliment garner, sweet fragrance. Okay? Alright. So let's talk about few points, alright? Okay, the first point is gonna be clones. Okay, what do I mean by clones for fragrances? Okay, clones are for those who don't know. So we have few fragrances that's like originally it was like popular designer niche. Excuse me, sorry about the cold. Should have made some tea, right? So sometimes, let's say for example, I was wearing Fahrenheit, right? This is an original release. That's what we call an original release from Christian Dior, House of Christian Dior. So this has got so much popularity over the years, over the decades, so many bottles, and then the smell of it is distinct, like distinctive smell. Fragrance like this you cannot copy. It's not easy, right? So sometimes people are looking for copy or like rip off of the original fragrance, which is like from made by houses like Arma or Perrialis. So they always come up with I think the something cheaper alternative which smells, according to them or according to many people, very close to original fragrances, right? And they cost you maybe like half price, one third price. Yes, like even for Aventus. So this is gonna be just my opinion. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure people may not agree with me all the time, but to me, why? The clones, I'm not a very big fan of clones, right? I happen to buy a few, like Perrialis Red, which is better than Aqua di Gio, and then, in my opinion, and then I think for the Fahrenheit, there is Ferrari Umo, so that one supposed to smell like some petroleum note and leather note of this. But honestly speaking, when you are talking about fragrance, original fragrance, and then you love that fragrance, but you can't afford it, and you're looking for a cheaper alternative, you know what you're actually doing? You are basically choosing a fragrance. It's like sort of like a opportunity cost. You let go one to get another one. You cannot afford one right at the moment. Like you cannot afford like a $300 fragrance. Let's say Aventus is $250, but then there are a lot of clones of Aventus. So I see reviews and this, and I was interested for some time, but then I smelled one or two clones. You know what I really feel? What really felt like, it's never going to be the original. Let's say you like Bleu de Chanel. Let's talk about something more affordable. Blue de Chanel is not really affordable. It's like around 100 US dollars in Malaysia where I got it from. It was very difficult for me to save up and buy that fragrance, right? But then there are a few other ones like Armaf Tag Him, something like that. I saw the reviews. Yes, they may be a great fragrances, but I smell them. The synthetic vibe of the natural smell of Bleu de Chanel, I never found it. So many fragrances, most of the time, they're not going to give you the magic, even though original lasts maybe less. But the smell, the quality of Dior or Chanel, I'm not trying to promote any brand, just saying something original. Let's say someone is making your favorite cologne, Ultramol, right? This one. This is one of the most longest lasting and most beautiful pear and fruity bubblegum clubbing and last you all day. That sort of a fragrance, all right? But the thing is, sometimes maybe it's $105 retail in your country, right? And then you want to get something that smells like this, and you go and buy something from a street side shop or something rip-off shop or something that's supposed to be a clone of this fragrance. First thing, you're not gonna get an original bottle, beautiful bottle like this. You're not gonna get also the same smell. You're not gonna get the quality, right? So if you spend the money, yeah, you save, but you're never gonna smell the original stuff. So for me, my personal choice is I always try to go for the original. If I can afford it, I'll buy it. If I can't afford it, I'll wait for it. So if I like a fragrance, there is nothing gonna be as magical as Fahrenheit. Okay, even in future, fragrance like Sauvage, people will try to copy this. Sometimes maybe I think Sauvage copied the idea of Bleu de Chanel. But the thing is, honestly speaking, there's not going to be another Bleu de Chanel or Sauvage or Ultramol or Fahrenheit, anything of that original legacy. You only can get a Fahrenheit after buying a Fahrenheit. So yeah, why don't you save up and buy something quality? That is my suggestion to you, right? That's just a frank suggestion, okay? If you don't like it or don't agree, also no problem. Okay, second thing, revisiting a fragrance. Okay, what I mean by revisiting a fragrance, sometimes you buy a fragrance and you keep wearing it, wearing it, wearing it, you're giving it like a wear so many times. What happens is you get tired of the fragrance and you like it doesn't smell like anything nice. I don't like it anymore, and then I don't want to get rid of it. It kind of sucks, right? It happens with many of you, and then you let it go and swap or sell. And then I see people coming to a page like seeing someone else post about the very same fragrance that they sold how much it means to that other guy, and they're like loving it, and they'll be like, okay, I used to own it, but then I sold it, now I think I can miss it, and I want to get back the smell. So basically, what basically so you sold it and you try to get it back. So what are you doing there? You lost your money and you lost your fragrance. And more likely, if you buy it down the years, few years down the line, you're not gonna find the same formulation again, right? So if you bought something great and it got, excuse me, a lot of hype and a lot of love. If you don't like it, keep it in the corner, put it back in the shelf, in a box, put it back, right? Give it some time. You may revisit after a few months or few weeks, even a year, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm discovering new things about it, and it smells different after a few months or some time. Trust me, most of the time that's the case, right? If you really absolutely hate something right from the beginning, let it go, no problem. It's totally up to you. If you don't love it, you hate it. That's it. There's no comparison. But some of the times you think, no, this could be one of those likable fragrances, but just not liking it this moment. Test, test, test. Okay, give it more time to adapt to you. All right, and then put it back in the shelf if you don't like it for time being. And after revisiting, if you still don't like it, let it go. That's the way you can do it. Like if you're on a budget, if you don't have like unlimited amount of money, you can do that, right? So treasure your fragrance. Third one is use your fragrances. This is very important. I talked about this few days ago. What I mean by use your fragrances. Some people are so stingy. They are like so worried. Just like one spray I told you yesterday. People are trying to save like just one spray, and then they try to hide it so none of the sprays get wasted. Sometimes, use your fragrances. Don't worry to put a dent on your bottle, right? Yeah, you can treasure your fragrance. Maybe if you treasure something more than something else, like I do treasure DHI, or let's say Declaration d'un Soir, the juice level goes down very, very, like it's at a very low level, right? So then you can reduce the number of sprays, okay? But don't be afraid of using your fragrances, guys. Fragrances are meant to be used, not used as a showpiece, all right? You just like showcase nicely and people say, wow, such a nice bottle, and then they don't smell you. So the fragrance thing is, it's all about the smell. It's not just the bottle. The most important thing is the juice inside. Use it, let others smell you. Likely, if you keep the fragrance down like 5, 6, 10 years, it may go bad and you're gonna regret it. Okay, right? So next one is your nose may be blocked. Like today, I'm having a very bad day because of the flu and everything. So I'm supposed to make some tea or something, but I guess I will make after this, right? So sometimes you use a fragrance like CH Men, people cannot smell it. They use it on themselves. They're like, bro, don't smell it. Aqua Amara, they spray. It's like not long lasting. It's soft. No one can smell me. But sometimes what happens. Your nose. There's this term, I don't know what it's called. Sometimes your nose get blocked and you cannot really smell everything the way you're supposed to smell it. All right. Excuse me, I'm having this flu problem. Damn it. Sorry. So what I'm trying to say is, right, you may not smell it, but people around you smell it. And then when you smell it on others, like someone you apply on the skin or their shirt, you can smell it, right? So if someone say a fragrance is suggested, you go 3 or 4 sprays with this, stick to those and ask other people around you, do you smell my fragrance? Your friends, colleagues, whoever is around you, if they say they can smell you properly, you are doing good already. No need to over apply and make people give you nasty looks, all right? So sometimes it's maybe your nose that's like not really top notch, right? Like mine. So I always reapply or I over apply. Okay. Next one, keep good mix in your collection. Okay. What I mean by keep good mix, keep some aquatic, keep some summer fragrances as well as some winter fragrances, some daytime fragrances, some nighttime fragrances, some casual, some special purpose, some gym scent, some sports, for some romantic, close encounter. There's no fixed amount how many bottles you're supposed to keep. Maybe 5, 6 is a good mix. It's totally up to you how many you want to keep. Some people go as far as thousands bottles. They're not still satisfied. But then you don't need thousands of bottles. That's the fact. You're never gonna be using in your lifetime. Even your son cannot finish those bottles in your lifetime. All right. So no, like own few bottles and you know which one are the best. Pick up the best. I've seen some smart guys in groups they post. They just literally pick the best from every single house. Like let's say from YSL, they don't get L'Homme, La Nuit de l'Homme, L'Homme Libre, L'Homme Le Parfum, Frozen Cologne, blah blah blah, the whole lineup. Some collectors they do, but collection purpose is different. You just keep it for your mental satisfaction for your hobby. But if you're a user, if you're a daily user and you just want fragrances to be used daily basis, keep just a good mix for different occasion, different part of the year, different time, and different, let's say, as I mentioned, occasion. Like you're going to a wedding, so you have a scent that could fit like special occasion. Like for office, you're using Bleu de Chanel. You go for wedding, you wear Declaration d'un Soir. Just example. Casual wear, you wear Sauvage. So when you have this kind of mix, what's going to happen is going to benefit you that way. You're going to be very happy. I have that kind of good mix. Don't buy all nighttime fragrances. For the daytime, you're not going to have anything. Like I don't have anything to wear. All right, keep a good mix. Next one is always keep a coffee bean or a jar so you can smell coffees in between testing fragrances. Sometimes you can smell it like I don't have anything on me, but then when you smell that coffee, the coffee really cancels the any other smell in your nose, nostril, the system, and then you can smell the fragrances again, right? So coffee is very important. Coffee bean or coffee, blended coffee, anything. You smell coffee or tea, you can smell fragrances again. All right. So keep some coffee around you. Next two, very quickly, you know, be a surprise package. What I mean by be a surprise package, okay? Sometimes you go to some parties, it's it's gonna be like most of people are expecting like, oh, same old people, same old conversation and food. Go back and dinner, it's gonna be so boring. And people usually you see like all the corners they're sitting with their phones and stuff. And thing is, let's say you are a young guy and you are a single guy, so you want to meet some new people, right? Be a surprise package. Wear something fragrance that can turn heads, right? I'm not gonna say anything like any particular brand. For example, just one something. Let's say example, you're wearing Ultramall in a place where people are wearing Hugo Boss bottled, something very casual, L'Homme, something very toned down, and suddenly you just entered the room with boom, something very perfect, very strong fragrance. You're gonna get suddenly boom, okay, who's that? And just go pass by with that confidence. So try to do something different from where you're gonna be. Try to be the unique guy. Okay, so that's what I mean by surprise package. Wear something fragrance that's gonna set you apart from the rest of the crowd. Okay, the last one is carry yourself nicely. Okay, this is not exactly a fragrance tip, but this is something to do with you and your fragrance also. See, sometimes, as Fahad Bhai mentioned before, I told you my brother Fahad, he's from the Good Smellers, one of our members. He said, there's no point of taking like wearing fragrances if you don't shower or you're not clean, right? Try to look good, have a nice haircut or something, as well as your behavior. Try to have a nice sort of, not cocky, not over sarcastic, not over funny, over smart, or maybe arrogant. This sort of behavior really turns people off. So you may be wearing Savage, all right? You're wearing on the nicest fragrance at this moment going on in the market, but you are like a douchebag. Okay, you make fun of people all the time. You say nasty things. You say bad stuff about people to make people laugh. So maybe people are laughing in front of you, but in their head they're thinking, what a schmuck, you know. So carry yourself nicely, dress properly, try to look good. You can look good from whatever resources you got, right? You can trim your hair. You can have if you are like rocking a beard, you can do that. Wear your colognes. You wear your deodorants, mass deodorants. Okay, showered, and then you talk very politely, smile nicely, smile once in a while. Don't always be like, yeah, yeah, mm, how are you? Good. Are you enjoying the party? Yeah. So some people don't. Most of the people, they see you like that face, they'll be like, oh, this guy's scary. No need to socialize with them, right? So yes, be a good person, have a nice personality. Only fragrances, they can give you that confidence boost. As Jeremy says, I always mention Jeremy, it can give you a boost. Your attraction level goes up 20%, 30%, but in the end, it's your personality that matters. If you're a good person, nice person, confident person, and then you have something interesting to say, and then you're honest, people appreciate that sort of effort. All right. So yes, those are the tips I can give for today. So I'm again sorry for missing out the video. Soon it's coming. I promise you it will come, right? So wait for the second episode. All right, we're going to see the battle royal between Savage and Ultramall. So thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.